I love having music. I hope everybody's doing well. Um, do you, has everybody, oh, what, one thing that throw me off, having music to start with has thrown me off. You couldn't hear that? Hi, Robbie. Well, that even throws me off even more if you can't hear that. But you can hear me, I hope that you can. Uh, Mom RN, happy Saturday night. Let's talk a little tiny bit about the plans for this evening. Okay? So, the plans for this evening fall are as follows. We're going to begin the evening here in my kitchen. We're going to be watching some. Oh, but you can hear me, but now you can hear me, right? I wasn't talking at the beginning, but anyways, so we're gonna start the evening here. We have a new judge to check out. We are gonna be doing some bond hearings with moi. That is weird. And then after we do that, the stream is automatically set up to redirect over to the slap fighting tonight. So you can just hang out here and it'll automatically take us all over there for when it begins, a little bit after, like right when the guys get there, I'll get a notification and then we can make it work. I am excited for slap fighting. I missed the live event last time, which I was mad about, but I watched it afterwards and was really it I really enjoyed it. If you don't know what we're talking about, well, it is exactly what it sounds like. Um, anyways, I have three drinks on the go tonight, you guys. What do we have? I have a Coke, a cola. It's almost done though. There's maybe one sip left of this. Then I have a really light, nice icy lemonade, pink lemonade. And then I also have in my Bubba mug, hashtag not a sponsor yet. Really hot coffee. It's steaming, like boiling hot still. So that will be in a little bit. Ah, Canadian Club all the time. That sounds yummy and a bit like a country song. So what did I say? Oh yeah, we are gonna watch the bond hearings. Now, I found a new judge for bond hearings. It is in Georgia still, I think. I'm pretty positive. And what I listened to his first intro, and we won't play the whole thing, but he did have one little quirk, and you know how they always have their little quirks. All the judges have each one might have their own little quirk into how they do the instructions. And that's actually sort of the minutia of court that I really love is hearing them all with their little spins on it. So, anyways, we're gonna start right when he puts his little spin on it. Don't worry, you didn't miss much before. Just him going over it. And yeah, let's enjoy. I think I've timed this properly that we will do this with my talking about nothing. Yes, that's what I do. Um, that along with the video, I think we're gonna get us to like, oh, see, I did something with my hair. You can't really see it because it's dark. But anyways, it's not dark in here. It's incredibly bright in here, but it's like I have so many lights. Uh, but um for some reason it's just the way the green screen thing is. So you can't really see it, but I did like a weird sort of 50s thing with my hair. It looks cute in person. Anywho, let's down the Coke. Let's stop with the joke. I miss the days when I would put my apron on and get in the kitchen as well. The problem is that until I have a area of my own entirely, which is hard to imagine in the city that I live in, um, the kitchen is really the center of the home in a lot of houses. And what the issue with that is that I sometimes stream for like 4 hours and I'm loud as fuck. And I'm just like, it's just intrusive. And my red spoon. Yes, I know. I actually have a broken red spoon in here. I brought a red spoon in here the other day. I want to be in the kitchen, but I am, unfortunately, see, I just tossed it. I have to be cognizant of others. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, further ado. Not that song. What we're playing, that was the song I was playing, but what we're gonna watch is this. Hi, Tiny Piggy. And if everybody's talking about collabs and cross, I don't know, what did you guys call them? Collabs. Anyways, I have to have Mikey. I have to figure out how to do those properly. Haven't been very good at that. And then uh Mikey owes me a turn on the show, which I was thinking about today, but we'll talk about later. Anyways, we're gonna skip to exactly 5 minutes, a little bit before 5 minutes, because this is his little, and also I don't know if he's gonna be a dismisser or what, so let's find out together. But as usual, we're in the jail hallway. We have our album cover set up here. Love it, right? Okay.
That has at least 18,000 because that is 3 times the amount in the property that they own. And then they would bring that deed down to the sheriff's office for them to hold it until your case is closed. Now, in addition to your bond, I'm going to talk to you all about special conditions. Some of you will have additional special conditions that prohibit you from contacting people or going certain places. If I tell you that you have a no contact provision on your bond, this means you must stay away and have no contact with the alleged victim in your case. You may not call, text, email, write a letter to, or contact through any social media platform. You can't even do something as nice for that person, such as sending them flowers or a nice song.
And can we see why I wanted to include this part? The way he says that is so both rote, but also completely like thought out. It's just so, I love it. I just love it. Um, Dismissal Dan, he's not there. Hi, Miss Iowa. Hi. Um, yeah. Ghost milk. I have heard of Milky. I like Milky strains, Courtney. My favorite strain that I can hardly ever find. What's it called? It's like bread, something bread, lamb's bread, not lamb's breath, but lamb's bread, and it tastes like bread. Oh, it's so weird, but I love it. Anyways, okay, so this is a new, like, oh yeah, so like I said, this is a new judge. I like his vibe already. I really would, if I was there, I would be like, Judge, could you please tell me what kind of nice song you would like to receive? No, you can't say that. But if I worked there, I would work that into conversation somehow. Yay, Miss Iowa. Also, somebody became a member earlier. Yay! It was up at the top of the chat, and I didn't even fucking acknowledge it. You're a horrible YouTuber, basically. Linda Applegate up here in becoming a member, and you didn't even say shit about it. So, thanks, Linda. And Iowa. Um, Seriously, you guys, that's awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Miss Iowa uh has a great channel, exclamation mark Iowa for that link. Um, and let's get rolling.
As nice as that may sound, ladies and gentlemen, that is a violation of your bond. Now, in addition to telling you you can't have contact with people, I may tell some of you that you are not to return to a particular location. And that means you cannot go back to that location for any reason while your case is still pending. If the no return location is a place that you used to live at the time that this happened with the alleged victim, please let me know and I'll make sure that I check a certain box on your document so that you'll be able to go there, but only go there with the sheriff to get things that belong to you. And you'll need to do that with the sheriff within 10 days of your being released. Now, unfortunately, some percentage of you will be back in custody on a bond revocation because you didn't take what I'm saying seriously. And instead, some of you will go back to that residence. Some of you will reconcile with the victim and have conversation with the victim. And then things, as you believe, are perfect. And they are, ladies and gentlemen, until suddenly they are not, and you are back in custody. Because remember, again, I'm going to tell you this morning, certain things you are not to do. I say that because the best advice I can give you, regardless of what the alleged victim wants to do, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, is to abide by what I tell you and to stay away unless it is modified or your case is closed. Now, let me also say that if your spouse, family member, or friend is the alleged victim in your case, this person cannot come down to the sheriff's office to post your bond for you. As you know, because you will have a no contact order in place as a special condition on your bond, so they are not allowed to have contact with you or assist you in any way. Now, some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is not authorized by law to set bail. In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a judge of the Superior Court of Clayton County. There are also some of you who are actively on felony probation, and this court is not authorized to set bond at this time. Whether a bond is appropriate in your case will be reconsidered after your probation officer has had the opportunity to consider the new arrest. Now, the last thing I want to talk to you, ladies and gentlemen, is what is called a preliminary hearing. A preliminary hearing.
That's the last thing, Judge. I mean, I'm just going to say this. Okay, guys, what we're learning already is that he's been talking for 7 minutes and 34 seconds, and he's just now getting to what a prelim is. I'm going to steal his thunder here. So a preliminary exam or a preliminary hearing is not an evidentiary hearing. It is not for them to present evidence, and it is not for him to determine their guilt or innocence. It is, in fact, to inform them of their rights, assign them court-appointed counsel if needed, and to set a bond. So them telling him anything about the case will, in fact, not be good. People do it anyways. They always want to. It's possible that they'll get dismissals at this stage because there wasn't complete enough paperwork. But for the most part, this is not, that's up to the judge, and they're going to do that if they decide to do that. So let's see if I'm right. But I'm just thinking he's even wordier than I.
Is a stage prior to your case going to the prosecutor where the judge, you, as well as your attorney, are present to determine if there is enough evidence to go forward with your case. If you are charged with a felony here this morning, you automatically get a preliminary hearing, and the only way that hearing goes away is if you make your bond. But if you're charged with a misdemeanor, criminal trespass, battery, family violence, DUI, traffic charges, you have a right to that preliminary hearing. You don't have to have it if you don't want to. You can choose to tell me this morning, Judge, I don't want my hearing. I want my case to move a little quicker. Please waive my right to my hearing. And if you tell me that this morning, we'll have some paperwork to sign for you, and I will do that. But again, that is your choice. Okay? So each of you, as you come up, if you are charged with a misdemeanor, I will ask you, would you like to have that preliminary hearing if you don't make your bond, where again, it will be yourself, the judge, and the attorney to go over the evidence, and the officer to go over the evidence against you to determine if there's enough to move forward. Now, before we begin, ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to go ahead and administer the oath to everyone. So if I could have everyone, both men and women, please raise your hand.
Both those at home and on the screen, raise your hand and take the oath.
Do you swear or affirm that the information that you're about to give to this court, as well as any information you provided on your application for court-appointed counsel, is true and correct? If so, please say I do.
I do.
All right. Deputy, what we're going to do is I'm going to take, of course, the females first, and we will do those that are not on jots first, and then those that are last, okay? Or second.
Yay! Also, Jody, I know that's sad, but that's actually really good news to me. I think I set them out like every 25 minutes for a 5-second ad. Pup Mom RN, yay, welcome. I didn't know that they would do them live, to be honest with you. I find that interesting. But the reality is that watching that ad actually gets me a little bit of money from YouTube Daddy. Um, Even just skipping it apparently works. So, but I get that it's sort of a hassle. I apologize. Also, YouTube Premium people, there's like a percentage I get as well for that. Now that I have 1,000 subs, which is hopefully, you know, one day might make more than I think it was 37 cents the last I checked. So thanks to YouTube Daddy. Anyways, welcome and thank you, Pup Mom RN. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have our weekly members only on Sundays. So please join us on Sundays. Also, make sure to have gifting turned on the channel if you can, because sometimes people give gifts in here and you don't want to miss out. Okay, let's continue. Let's get to it, Judge. Can we get on with it?
First, Bell, give me a highlight.
Okay, so I'm showing here, if this is correct, first one should be Belle, and she is not on job. So again, I'm going to call them. The order you're going to hear me call is going to be alphabetical, but it will be those that I'm showing are not on jobs.
All right, John.
All right, so first up should be Miss Michaela Bell.
Yes.
How are you, Miss Bell?
Yes, yes, sir.
Miss Bell, I have you here charged with 1 count of simple battery family violence. Is that your understanding, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Now, ma'am, I want to confirm you are in fact, this says you just turned 19. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And this is the first time that you've ever been arrested?
I went to jail before.
I'm sorry?
I went to jail before.
What? Hi, Bob. Where is Big D, Amanda? That's a good question. Not around lately. They heard an order of alphabet by last name, but also by computer system, Cellulite Yoga Pants. They are referring to the online signing program they have called JOTS. And so what I found is like some cases are in JOTS and some aren't. And I think what they'll do is run through the JOTS case and then they will do the ones that are out of that system. So there'll be 2 alphabetical order lists, basically. Hi, Bad Scooter. I hope everybody's doing well. If you're just getting here, make sure that you've clocked in for your shift. Hit the like button. Remember that we're going to watch slap fighting after this. We're going to get redirected all together. It's going to be fun. We have Saturday night plans, you guys. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited. So let's continue watching. What she needs to speak up is what needs to happen.
Okay, was that when you were a minor? When you were under 18? Okay. But this is your first time in adult jail, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're still in high school, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You're out of high school? Okay. Other than this arrest as an adult, do you have any other arrests?
Misdemeanor.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, ma'am, this morning, Ms. Bell, based on your lack of a history and your young age, I am going to go ahead and release you this morning, ma'am. Now, that does not mean that your case is being closed. Do you understand that? You still have a case that is moving forward. And so you will need to make sure that whatever the last known address that we have here on file for you is correct and that you make sure that we go ahead and that we are aware of where you're going to be living, okay? Now, let me ask you this then. If you are not in school anymore,
Pass Nola. Welcome and hi while you're passing through. Passing through. See what I did there. We are set up to redirect to the slap fighting later. Bare knuckle fighting, that's basically backhand slapping. Sort of, right? I'm just joking. Also, are you getting that much snow, Alana? That's insane. Please be careful. Okay. We're going right to the slap fight later. Oh, when people ask you what you're doing on a Saturday night and you're like, well, me and a bunch of my friends are going to watch slap fighting. They're like, wow, where are you doing that? The internet. They're like, of course you are, Paisley. Of course you
or
are.
that you know, and again, I don't want you to tell me, why you were there, but I have here as an allegation that you were on school property. Do you have family that goes to the school?
I have friends that go there.
Okay, so and you don't attend school there, correct?
Not no more.
Okay, so
No, we should be wearing dresses. I'm wearing my dress that I picked just for the evening. Marielle, hello, Marielle. Every time. It's like that stuck in my head now every time. Anyways, yes. This dress, so wear a dress if you want. Wear whatever you want. That's the beauty of parties on the internet.
then once you're released, ma'am, I'm going to make it a condition of your release that you are not to return to that property. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, ma'am. So I'm going to release you this morning, but that's going to be on the condition you do not return to that property. Do you have any questions for me, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right. So there's going to be a document there that the deputy is going to have you sign because you're being released, ma'am. You will not have your preliminary hearing. Okay.
Sir.
All right. Good luck to you, man. Next up, deputy, is going to be Miss Shaquela Cook. And after Miss Cook, I have Miss Sharonda Ellie, Elly. Are you Miss Cook?
Yes.
Miss Cook, you are charged with 1 count of aggravated assault. Your bond amount is $25,000, ma'am. You do have special conditions, and that's to stay away from the alleged victim, Miss Farley, and away from the address of 670 Georgia Avenue. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, ma'am, if that was where you were living prior to this incident, I need you to also remember, ma'am, that you cannot return to that property. And so what that means for you then is, if there are items there that you need to get, upon your release, if you're able to make bond, you will go ahead, you will have to contact the sheriff's office, and then they will go with you to that particular piece of property to get anything that belongs to you. Do you understand that, ma'am? Now, based on the information here that I have, ma'am, how much are you earning per month?
I just started working, so nothing right now. Make my
Okay,
She started on Monday, Monday, Monday. They always start on a Monday. Seriously, if I was more talented, I would write a song about how they always start on Monday, or they just started a job, or they're just starting a job.
I am going to go ahead and I'm going to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer here this morning to help you on your case, okay? All right, so your bond is $25,000. You understand you're stay away from the property, stay away from the alleged victim. I've advised you, I am going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer to assist you. Your next court date, ma'am, should you not make your bond, is going to be March 6th. That's going to be your preliminary hearing, 2024 at 8:30 a.m., okay?
I think some people don't realize hi, Chuck. Here's the thing. This is the thing. When he says your preliminary hearing, should you not make your bond, means if you are in jail until and you can't afford to get out, you will be in jail until March, whatever he said, before you see another judge. That's scary.
All right, good luck to you, man. All right, next up is Miss Eli. Miss Shakora Eli. Are you Miss Eli?
Yes, sir.
Let's pull his face out on stage.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. Get all of your paperwork. And all right, so Miss Eli, you are charged with several counts of simple battery here. So we're going to go through each one. And deputy next will be Asia McDowell. So Miss Eli, you are charged with six counts of simple battery. For each individual count, ma'am, the bond amount is $3,500. And so your total bond amount is $21,000. You have special conditions, ma'am. Those conditions will be one, for you to stay away from these people, Mr. Rashad Bedward, Faith Weaver, and Jonathan Kirby. You are also not to return to the Hartsfield International Airport unless you are there for travel or for work. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
Fight at the airport. Oh, hi, Tupac. How are you doing? Yeah. Fight at the airport, right? Oh, that airport reminds me of when we used to have that airline show on A&E.
Okay. Now, Miss Eli, I have here that you provided that you're not currently working, ma'am. So I am going to go ahead.
Not working, just traveling to the airport, slapping people around. Oh.
And appoint you a lawyer. I saw that you put that here. I'm going to do that free of charge for you, okay?
Wait, so my bond is 21,000?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Hold on, Miss Eli. We're not done yet. One last question for you. That preliminary hearing I mentioned earlier, that's where, you're present, the officer's present, your attorney that I just appointed for you, or I can.
Pup Mom, you're doing an upside down exclamation mark somehow. It's just a right side up one. That is a lot of money, but that was a lot of charges, Bad Scooter. She had 6. And also there's a time, what is it? Bleh. A countdown or whatever, a timeout. That's what it is. A timeout amount of time. I don't remember what it is for when you're playing the Streamlabs games. If you don't, also every time that you're here and you talk, you are earning points for Streamlabs.
Waive that hearing for you, and then you can keep moving. I can move your case a little quicker to the prosecutor. Would you like to have that hearing or waive that hearing, ma'am?
What that means?
So the hearing is, if you don't make your bond, it's a hearing where you're there, your attorney and the judge, to review the evidence against you, okay? If you make your bond and you get out, the hearing doesn't happen. If you don't get out, you can say, Judge, I don't want that hearing either way. Just send my case, move it a little faster, send it to the prosecutor so we can get closer to the end if you want, okay?
So even if I do bond, I can still say I want a hearing just in case?
No, ma'am. If you bond out, that hearing is waived.
Also, was that an I and not an upside down exclamation? Wow. Why is my brain like that? I was like, how is she so at the ready with an upside down exclamation? Fucking I.
Do you think it's likely you're going to bond out?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's up to you? I can set it, and then if you bond out, you won't have it, or I can just waive it altogether.
Can you set it for me just in case?
Okay, so ma'am, your next court date, should you not make your bond, is going to be March 8th of 2024, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
No, the chatting points aren't even not there. You cannot even be subscribed and you get points, Ed. Put in exclamation mark points and you'll find out how many you have. They are not just for members. They don't cost any money. I promise. It's always been like that. I've always made it like that. You don't even, actually, no, I promise. You got some points.
Okay, so again, that's going to be March 8th, 2024. That's going to be at 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be via Zoom. Your bond amount is $21,000. And I've also advised you of those individuals you are to stay away from, as well as from the Hartsfield Airport, unless you are there for travel or for work. Do you have any questions for me, ma'am?
No, sir.
All right, man. Good luck to you.
I was actually looking at a flight today. Do you know what? Yeah, Bob, I saw yours. Listen, okay, here we go. Bob, you have 16,200 KCC chips. Robbie McGillivray. I don't know how to say it. I'm trying to say it with a Scottish accent. You have 10,200 points. Bad Scooter, you have 2,865,725 points. And Miss Donna Orlando fucking Chiquita. Thank you so much. I'm hitting lamps. Robbie, look at that. Gifted a membership by Miss Donna. Anyway, sometimes they come in fast and furious. Ed, so type in exclamation mark points and I'll tell you. And we want you to talk. That's the whole point. Thank you so much, Donna. Appreciate it. We are doing slap fights after this, guys. Please remember, it redirects us automatically. You don't even need to do anything. All you have to do is just wait here till the end of this stream, and we will be taken together to the slap fighting arena online, and we will see what we see. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited. Look at that, Ed. You have 119,098. 119,098 points. And yes, remember the most important thing about the points, and it says it right there, they're completely arbitrary.
All right, go ahead.
All right, next up should be Miss Asia McDowell.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Are you Miss McDowell?
Yes.
All right, Miss McDowell. I've got you here. You are charged with 1 count of reckless conduct with a bond amount of $2,500 and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon for a bond amount of $8,000. So your total bond, ma'am, is $10,500. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Now, ma'am, you are charged with a felony here, and so that means that should you not make your bond, I'm going to give you your next court date. Your next court date is going to be March 6th of 2024, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom, okay?
Okay.
Now, I have here that you're making about $2,800 a month. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so because of that, ma'am, I am not going to be able.
Oh, Judge, I'm sorry, but $2,800 a month is fucking nothing. You can't afford a lawyer making $2,800 a month. Come on now. I have seen him. Hi, Sly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Seriously, I have seen hi, Michelle. I have seen other judges do way higher than that in this county. Holy shit. $2,800, that's not that much money. I have a full spectrum oil, I guess. It's a 510 cartridge. I hear that, but I still think like 2,800 is low. Does she also have 2 black eyes? It looks like she has 2 black eyes.
To appoint you a court-appointed lawyer here this morning, and so what that means. That means.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Let me get through mine, and then I'll listen to you. So based on what you told me, I'm not gonna be able to appoint you a lawyer. So you will have to get your own if you so choose for your case. Do you understand that? And then I'll listen to you.
I gotta warm my pen up. Aw, thanks, Kelly. I have to warm the pen up because it's too cold. If you guys are just getting here, make sure you clock in for your shift, hit the like button, tell us what you had for dinner today. If you didn't like what you had for dinner, tell us what you wish you had for dinner. Reminder that we're going to be watching slap fighting after this. It'll be automatically redirected over to Creedence and Mikey, where they are going to be calling the slaps for us, I guess. I don't know how you put it. Calling the slaps being the YouTube daddies that they are, for our Saturday night festivities. So, uh, yeah, but in Haxed, we've heard them in this jurisdiction do other, like do more, allow more income and still giving them lawyers. But that's a good point. High legal fiction. All right. Let's go. Ooh, Chinese food sounds so good. Yogurt, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and bananas. Oh, you guys, just before we get going, I have a funny story regarding bananas. In fact, once again, though, singular banana. So recently I placed an order on Walmart grocery. It was my first time doing it. And I ordered one singular banana by accident because I had watched a video of another lady who had ordered a bunch of bananas and she got like 8 bunches of bananas. So I had that in mind. Anyways, I laughed very hard about it the day that I received my banana in the order and I came on stream that night. It was funny. Then the banana went missing. I said, "Hey, again, a banana with no other bananas doesn't have a place to live." And so this banana, I thought, what happened to this banana? So I asked my roommate, yes, the one that bites cheese and dips pancakes raw dog into yogurt. Um, well, where did you eat the banana? And he said, yes, I did eat the banana. I said, okay, no problem. I said, it's a funny banana, but it's okay. I'm glad somebody ate the banana. The next day, I open up the fridge. Staring at me in my face is a singular banana. Excuse me, what? And I'm like, hey, I thought you ate the banana. And he's like, I did eat the banana. I'm like, there's a banana. That's the banana in the fridge. And he said, no, I ate the banana. And so I literally was freaking out trying to figure out how this random banana appeared in the fridge. I don't go to the fridge. I guess not. Again, one singular banana doesn't have anywhere to go. This is the problem with having only one banana. You don't have a place to put it. I have a banana hook for multiple bananae. I do believe the multiple of banana is bananae. Anyways, let's continue.
Okay, yes, sir.
All right.
Oh, wait, sorry, before we finish, did I sort out where that banana came from that night? No, I didn't. The next day, I found out that his son was packed a banana, didn't want it from his mom's house, and then he came here and left the banana in our fridge. Unbeknownst to him, how fucking funny or weird I would find that. Like, just crazy. The yogurt has been eaten, but not by me. I don't eat that kind of yogurt anyways. I prefer expensive yogurt, and I don't have enough money for my yogurt right now. So I don't have any yogurt. I don't want his dirty pancake yogurt. No, no pancake yogurt here. What I would like, if I am really treating myself, I'll get the yogurt that comes in the glass containers with the fruit at the bottom. Oh my God. And then you have the containers after. I love it.
You know when you're ready for me to interject.
Go ahead. I'm ready now.
All right. So I actually am legally blind, so I really can't even see anybody in here right now. So out of that 2,800, at least 900 of that is a social security disability, and the other what is that? 1,700 is a stipend. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I will say that since I don't have your medical documents in front of me, ma'am, I just have to go with what I have as of right now. And so if it turns out that is
The yogurt fun. Oh, thank you, Tupac. You're so sweet. Also, I feel bad that she just said she's blind. That makes me sad. And that the judge doesn't believe her and he's still not going to give her a lawyer, like based upon her saying that she's blind. That's crazy. Also, Streamlabs, can you report to me why on earth this is taking so long to put the super chat up on the screen? There's a spot right over here for it. Why? Thank you.
Money that you cannot afford, then please bring that up at that preliminary hearing,
Okay.
and then they can reconsider you at that point, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
All right, any questions for me, ma'am?
All right, so just to reiterate everything, so basically the full bond amount is gonna be 10,500,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
the court date is gonna be on March the 6th.
Yes, ma'am, should you not make your bond.
All right, okay, well, I'll see you then. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next up, I have Miss Felton Lucretia Patterson. And then after that should be Jada Powell. Are you Miss Patterson?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Patterson, you're charged with 1 count of prostitution and 1 count of reckless conduct, HIV. The prostitution carries a charge of $1,500.
I live on an island in the Pacific. Streamlabs tries. You are so right. I don't know that I've ever heard that charge. God. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, she said, see you then. Like, oh God. This is nuts. He said HIV, like reckless prostitution and then recklessly. We're gonna have to go back and listen again.
Full bond amount is gonna be 10,500, and
Yes, ma'am.
the court date is gonna be on March the 6th.
Yes, ma'am. Should you not make your bond?
All right, okay, well, I'll see you then. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next up, I have Miss Felton Lucretia Patterson. And then after that should be Jada Powell. Are you Miss Patterson?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Patterson, you're charged with 1 count of prostitution and 1 count of reckless conduct, HIV. The prostitution carries a charge of $1,500. The reckless conduct carries a bond amount of $10,000 for a total bond of $11,500. Now, with the information I have here, ma'am, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer here this morning to assist you on your case, okay?
Okay, can I ask a question, Your Honor?
Yeah, let me get through mine and I'll listen to you. Now, the last thing I have before I get to you, your preliminary hearing that I mentioned earlier, would you like to have that hearing or waive it?
Could you just set it just in case?
Yes, ma'am, I sure will. Should you not make your bond, your next court date is going to be March 8th, 2024. That's going to be at 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be via Zoom, okay?
Okay.
All right, so how can I help you, ma'am?
Oh, yes, sir. Out of that bond amount, how much, if I'm going through a bonding company, how much of that would I possibly be looking at to pay?
So again, it's 12 to 15%. So on 11.5, you'd be looking at about $1,300 roughly.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Good luck to you. All right. Next up should be Miss Jada Powell. Are you Miss Powell?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Miss Powell, you were charged with 1 count of simple battery here. Now let me ask you a couple things, Miss Powell. I have here with the information I have that you're 19 years old. Is that correct?
18.
18. Okay. Excuse me. Do you still attend Charles Drew High School?
So I go to Perry Academy.
Okay. So you have no reason to be on that property, correct?
Yes.
All right. So ma'am, I am going to release you this morning, but it is going to be on one condition. That's going to be that you do not return to that property. Do you understand that? Now I need you to be clear with me. Your case is not being dismissed. What that means is you need to make sure that whatever your last known address is, that we have it on file here at the sheriff's office so that when your case continues, they can send your next court date to the proper address. Do you understand that? Now, because you're being released this morning, ma'am, you are waiving your right to a preliminary hearing. So that means there's a piece of paper that they're going to have you sign up there in a couple minutes. Once you sign that piece of paper, you should be released in a few hours, okay? All right, good luck to you, ma'am. All right, next up should be Kyandra Smith. And after Ms. Smith should be Michelle Williams. All right, are you Ms. Smith? Ms. Smith, you are charged with one count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, ma'am. Your bond amount is $5,000. Based on the information you provided here to me, ma'am, you do not qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. So that means you will have to hire your own if you so choose for your case. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now, lastly, I need to ask you about your preliminary hearing here, or tell you about your preliminary hearing. Your next court date, ma'am, is going to be March 6th of 2024, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom, okay? Again, that's going to be March 6th, 2024, 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom, all right? Do you have any questions of me, ma'am?
No.
All right, ma'am, good luck to you. Should be Michelle Williams. All right, are you Miss Williams?
Yes, sir.
All right, and after Miss Williams should be Jennifer Wright. Miss Williams, you're charged with one count of criminal trespass. Your bond amount, ma'am, is $2,500. Do you believe you'll be able to make that bond, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, based on the information that you provided here, ma'am, I am going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer that will assist you on your case, and that'll be free of charge to you. The last question I have for you, ma'am, is because this is a misdemeanor, you have a right to your preliminary hearing, or you can waive it. Which would you like to do, have it or waive it?
I'm have it.
All right, so should you not make your bond, your next court date is going to be March 8th at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom, okay? Again, that's March 8th of this year, 2024 at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom. And I've advised you your bond is $2,500. If you don't have any questions of me, ma'am, that's all I have for you.
No, I think her bond was 2,000. Go back. Pretty sure it was $2,000. Watch.
All right, are you Miss Williams?
Yes, sir.
All right, and after Miss Williams should be Jennifer Wright. Miss Williams, you're charged with one count of criminal trespass. Your bond amount, ma'am, is $2,500.
I was wrong. You're right, Judge. Good thing I'm not there.
Do you believe you'll be able to make that bond, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, based on the information that you provided here, ma'am, I am going to go ahead and appoint you a courtroom, and I've advised you your bond is $2,500. If you don't have any questions of me, ma'am, that's all I have for you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Should be Miss Jennifer Wright. All right. Are you?
Oh, she already got her hair done. What is Jennifer in for? Let's make a little guess as to what we think Jennifer's here for. What did Miss Jennifer do? You know, there was usually at least like 6 Jennifers in my class. Not 6, but in my school maybe. What did Jennifer do? Meth? You think meth with that hair? Battery. Shoplifting. Cheese. Ooh, I like that. Shoplifting cheese. I'm trying to drink and not spill here. DUI, DV, forgery, stolen ID, theft, growing snowballs, drugs and prostitution, indecent exposure, beer run at a gas station, gone bad. She has her hair done to go up into a handle. Shoplifting cheese is not Gouda. No more bets. Let's find out.
Miss Wright?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Miss Wright, actually, Deputy, she's a fugitive. If we could just hold her till the end. Let me get through the other.
Look at her face. Oh, fuck. Okay. Get your guesses in now. We'll find out at the end because he's going to do the fugitives at the end. Where's she from? She's a fugitive. I am guessing she is from North Carolina. There's multiple reasons for that. Last time I'm trying to gain back because last time I second guessed myself when I was gonna guess and it was. Anyways, multiple reasons. Look at Orlando Chiquita. Florida, of course. Florida, Florida, Florida. Michigan. Look at her hair. Fuck. I say when my hair is like half back on one side, half there. She's definitely from Canada. Hundy P. Canadian girl. Come on. So we're not gonna find out right now. We can get in our guesses. Tennessee. Oh, you know what? She might be from Tennessee. Look at, she looks real comfortable in the jail though. Don't she look real comfortable there?
Individuals. Now we should be on Jot. I've got Miss Carrie up first. Miss Neha Jasmine Carey. Are you Miss Carey?
Nigel.
Oh, is it Nija?
Yes.
Okay, so Miss Carey, give me one moment here. I'm just getting into our system, but I do want to tell you, Miss Carey, you have 3 charges here. One is driving with no insurance. One is driving with a failure to have headlights. And then the last charge is possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, okay?
Okay.
You hear me there?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Ms. Carey, the first charge, the no insurance, carries a bond amount of $1,000. The second charge, that's the failure to have headlights, that carries a bond amount of $500. And the possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, that carries a bond amount of $8,000. And so what that means is that your total bond is $9,500. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
Now, the last question I have for you, well, a couple of things. First, let me say, because you're charged with a felony, that means your next court date, ma'am, is going to be March 6th of 2024, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom. So again, should you not make it
Repeat that date?
March 6th,
Okay.
2024, 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom. Okay?
Okay.
And you'll have that date only if you don't make your bond, okay? So if you bond out, that court date automatically goes away, okay?
All right.
Now, based on the information you provided me, ma'am, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer that's going to be free of charge to you, so that's a no cost to you, okay? Do you hear that? I couldn't hear. I think I lost you a little bit.
I heard you.
Okay. So with that,
Oh, I was hoping you was gonna say, okay, I didn't hear you say thank you.
Ms. Carey, do you have any questions for me about anything?
No.
All right, so that's all I have for you, ma'am. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Mhm. Next up should be Miss Anaya Hector. Are you Miss Hector?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Hector, you are charged with 1 count by shoplifting. I'm showing here, we've reviewed your criminal history, Ms. Hector. We are going to release you this morning. But I need you to understand, Ms. Hector, simply because you are being released this morning, you need to please keep in mind that does not mean that your case is over. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And so what that means is upon your release, please make sure that whatever your last known address is that you're currently receiving mail from, that the jail has that address, so that they're able to send any mail for your next court date that address. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, a couple of things I need to tell you before I let you go. One, because of the information you provided to me, ma'am, let me ask you, are you currently working?
No.
Okay, so I am going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer. So you will get a lawyer free of charge. And because I'm releasing you, you're waiving your right to a preliminary hearing. So there will be a document there that the deputy will have to sign for you. So let's again go over everything. You're charged with a misdemeanor. I'm releasing you today. I'm going to give you a court-appointed lawyer. You'll have a document there that you'll have to sign, waiving your right to a hearing because you're going to go home in a few hours. Do you have any questions for me for anything?
No, sir.
All right, ma'am. So that's all I have for you. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You.
They're Funyuns, Courtney. Sorry. I'm coughing. They're Funyuns. I'm drinking pink lemonade and coffee. The pink lemonade's cold right now. Drinking that. I also have another Coke and some more all dress chips for a little bit later. And I'm gonna be making some popcorn once the slap fighting starts.
Uh, next up should be Miss Sharp. And are you Miss Sharp?
Yes, sir.
All right, give me 1 second, Miss Sharp. All right, so Miss Sharp, you were charged with a few things here. We're just gonna go through the list of them, okay? So starting with the beginning of the traffic charges, you are charged with 1 count of speeding, ma'am. That carries a bond amount of $2,500. You're charged with 1 seatbelt violation that has a bond of $500. You're charged with 2 counts of endangering a child while driving under the influence. Charge carries a bond amount of $5,000. You're charged with 1 count, another count of child safety violation, safety restraint violation that carries a bond amount of 500. Excuse me. You're charged with 1 count of DUI that carries a bond amount of $2,500. And then lastly, you're charged with 1 count of no insurance, which carries a bond amount of $1,000, and 1 count of concealing a license plate, which carries a bond of $500. So your total bond with all of those charges is $17,500. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you
I know, Ed. It makes me want to find the fucking body cam footage of that because, right? I need more. I need more info. I need more information. Because obviously she fucked up somehow. Cop didn't like her. Also, this is my second bag of Funyuns in my life. I'm ashamed to say that I tried them and liked them a lot and bought them again. They're really crunchy. I love their crunch. They don't give me heartburn. Other things give me heartburn. These don't give me heartburn. Oh my god. I don't know what it is, but I love the flavor. My boobs look massive. I wish. Maybe they look it, but they're not as big. Everyone knows that.
I think I rounded out on those. Should have been.
I'm sorry. You said that you thought you bonded out on those charges?
Yeah. I don't know. I know last night one was not ready.
Mm-hmm.
The bonds people, they did a bond on all that was ready. And then
Okay.
it was one that whatever was not ready is what we were waiting to see about how that one would go.
So as of right now, the information that I have is that it's not showing that you bonded out. So I may not have, let me say, I may not have the most information. And so if that is the case, that I do not have it, then by all means, you know, that will be updated in the system. Okay. Okay. Can you hear me?
I can answer.
Okay. But right now, I'm not showing that it has, but it just may mean I don't have everything in front of me. Okay. Right now, again, just to let you know with what I have, that bond amount is 17.5. I'm gonna give you a court-appointed lawyer here this morning, Ms. Sharp. With everything that I have, I'm showing that you are not currently working. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So I am gonna go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer this morning. Let me ask you this just to make sure, Ms. Sharp. You were charged with misdemeanors here, so you have a right to a.
Listen, I don't know why there would be so many ads because I don't know how YouTube works like that. When I did this before, there was never any ads on my lives. So I'm surprised to hear that there are. Like I said, if you skip the ad, it still is good, but I'll have to check and see what how the ads work. But I apologize. But yeah, and that seems weird. Yeah, because some people, oh, making shepherd's pie. That sounds yummy. But I guess maybe they'll do ads during live streams. And if they do, I think well, it's been an hour, so yeah, it might be more like time for an ad. I don't know. For 5 seconds, I think they were just 5 second bumpers, and then you can skip them. So, Annie, let's continue. I apologize. That's weird that you're getting lots of them.
Court-appointed lawyer, or you can choose, excuse me, to a preliminary hearing, or you can tell me, Judge, I don't want that preliminary hearing. Would you like to waive your hearing or have your hearing here this morning?
I have the preliminary.
Okay, so should you not make your bond, your next court date is going to be March 8th of 2024, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be via Zoom. So again, your bond is $17,500. I've given you a court-appointed lawyer. Your next court date will be your preliminary hearing. That's going to be March 8th of 2024. All right, Ms. Sharp?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Something that you gotta sign your bond over.
Sign your phone up.
Next time.
She ain't got none.
And let's see. And who's that, deputies? And
Yes.
I'm sorry, who do we have here?
Kenya Jones.
I'm sorry?
Kenya Jones.
I don't think I had you on those. Give me 1 second, ma'am.
Already bonded out. Probably that's why.
You said you already bonded out, ma'am?
Yes,
No, I think there's a,
I'm just waiting on the county.
there's the one.
Yeah, she's number 19 on the first appearance list.
Is that the one I think, one that's person with it?
No.
Yeah, deputies, I'm not showing her on the list that I had. Give me
Judge.
1 second. Yes.
Judge, she's wanted person located, wanted by, I think, APD. That's why.
What the hell she?
Let me double check my list here because I didn't see any information.
That's in Lips Market. She's wanted by APD. One of them, she's wanted person, she's not supposed to be a first appearance.
I told them, I just saw my bond this morning. I bonded out last night, but I had charges here. I bonded out.
She's number 19. She's
I
not-
was waiting on the land.
person located. So she's not supposed to come, she's wanted by APD.
I told them that. They told me
She's
to
wanted,
come.
she's waiting to be picked up by the agency.
And ma'am, what's your last name again?
Jones, Jones.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm showing. So yeah, so her name was listed and then it was blacked out because it says she bonded out, but she's wanted. So I don't have any of your documents here this morning as of yet. Ma'am, so I'm gonna have to continue you till tomorrow and then let them see if they can locate this wanted. Otherwise, you're gonna be released, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, sorry about that. All right, deputies, if you would just give me 1 moment, please, before we switch over.
All right.
So was saying that, sir. Like amount ounce. Mr. Butler will do Eric Cousin.
Cousin. Who cousin?
Butler, then Cousin.
How's it going?
All right, good morning. Are you Mr. Deshaun Butler?
Sir.
Deshaun Butler. Mr. Butler, you are charged with several offenses here. We're going to go through them one by one. The first is a violation of the Controlled Substances Act, sir. Your bond amount is $3,500. You're charged with 1 count of possession of marijuana less than 1 ounce. Your bond amount is $1,000. You're charged with possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Your bond amount is $8,000. You're charged with 1 count of possession of drug-related objects. Your bond amount is $500. You're charged with the 2nd count of possession of drug-related objects. Your bond amount is $500. You're charged with 1 count of expired tag and 1 count of improper brake lights. Your bond for each of those charges is $500. So your total bond amount, sir, is $14,500. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go through a couple other things here. Based on the information that you provided to me, sir, I am going to give you a lawyer, excuse me, based on the information you provided, you're making about $3,200 a month, is that right? Mr. Butler, you're making about 3,200.
I think so. Probably a little bit
Okay.
more.
So based on that, sir,
Yes, sir. I believe a little bit more.
Okay. So based on that, sir, you do not qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. So that means if you want a lawyer for your case, you will have to hire your own. Do you understand that?
Okay. I can
Okay.
get that. I can get in contact with my brother or my mother after I leave. Contact with you.
Okay. So again, your bond amount, 14.5. You are charged with felonies. You're gonna have to hire your own lawyer. Your next court date, sir, should you not make your bond, is going to be March 6th at 8:30 a.m. in 2024, and that's going to be via Zoom. Do you understand that?
Sir.
All right. So do you have any questions for me at this point, sir?
Is there like a percentage on my bond or no?
Well, yes, there is. So you're saying if you wanted to bond out?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So if you want to bond out on the bond that I just advised you, your bond being your total here, let me go back to you, Mr. Butler. Your total bond right now was 14.5. You'd be looking at about 1750 that you'd have to come up with.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir.
All right, sir. I believe that's all I have for you, sir. Good luck to you.
All right, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Next up should be Mr. Cousins. Eric Cousin.
Yes, sir.
Are you Mr. Cousin?
Sir.
And after Mr. Cousin will be Brandon Earl. Mr. Cousin, you are charged with 1 count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, sir. Now, I'm going to advise you of how much your bond is. Specifically, your bond is $15,000. Do you understand that?
Sir.
Now, Mr. Cousin, are you currently working?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So based on the information you provided to me, sir, I am going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer that's going to assist you on your case, okay? Can you hear me? Did you hear me there, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now, should you not make your bond, sir, I need to tell you, your next court date is going to be March 6th at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom, okay?
Okay.
So again, let's go over everything. Your bond is $15,000. You're charged with 1 count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Your next court date is going to be March 6th. And based on the information you provided, I am going to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer to help you on your case, okay?
Right. With 10% of it, with this 1,500, Judge?
10 to 15, about 15% be what you're looking at. You're looking at about 1,750.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions for me, sir?
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right, next up should be Mr. Earl.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Earl. How are you this morning?
Grateful, man. How you feeling?
Oh, you're doing all right. And after Mr. Earl will be Mr. Terrence Mills. So, Mr. Earl, you are charged with 1 count of felony violation of a Georgia Controlled Substances Act, 1 count of possession of a drug-related object, and a 2nd count of possession of a violation of a Georgia Controlled Substances Act. Each of the felony drug charges carries a bond of $5,000, and the drug-related object carries a bond of $500. And so your total bond, sir, is $10,500. Do you understand that?
Sir.
Now, because you are charged with a felony, your next court date, sir, should you not make your bond, is going to be March 6th, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom. Do you understand that?
If I may, Your Honor.
Yes.
I have an autistic son, and he's in sole custody with me. He's with my mother right now. If it pleases the court, I was just asking for you for a shorter bond, a smaller bond, so I can get home as soon as I can to take my son from my mom. She had to go back to work on Monday. I just want to be there as quick as I can.
Yes, sir. And while I understand and sympathize with you, sir, I cannot at this time.
You said my bond was set at what?
$15,000. So that means if you use a bonding company, you're looking at about $1,750 out of pocket. Okay. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
No, they ain't gonna sell it. Bill, step up.
All right. And after Mr. Mills, I actually skipped 2 people. Dorian Hill and Eric Lynch will be after Mills. Dorian Hill, Eric Lynch. Are you Mr. Mills?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. So, Mr. Mills, you are charged with 1 count of aggravated assault. Next court date going to be March 6th, 2024, 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Should you not make your bond, I'm gonna tell you here in a minute. Again, your next court date is March 6th, 2024, 8:30 a.m., and that's gonna be via Zoom. Your bond amount, sir, is $50,000. Now, you do have special conditions here, sir. The allegations are that this incident involves a particular individual, I believe, that you were living with. And so, should you make your bond at some point, you're going to have to stay away from the alleged victim, that being a Travion Johnson. And you're going to also have to stay away from the address of 701 Mount Zion Road. And so, if that's the place that you were living at prior to this incident happening, sir, you're going to have to make sure that should you make your bond, you would contact the sheriff's office and they would help you go to that incident location and get some of your belongings until your case is closed. Do you understand that?
And I don't even live there. I don't know anything about this. This is a blind warrant to me. I don't know anything about
Well, remember, hold on. Remember what I said earlier. You don't want to talk to me about your case and give evidence that may help harm you. So, I understand that you may not know what's going on with it, and that's what you'll tell your attorney. So you don't want to talk too much about it here, okay?
I'm just trying to get back to work. I got to be able to get to work on Monday because any type of way you can lower my bill just a little bit.
I can't, not with those allegations, sir. Unfortunately, I cannot. All right.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
All right. So we have spoken about it.
As far as the court appearance, could it be sent to the letter address that I have on file and not whatever was said? My court.
So that would be what you'll have to make sure the address you want it sent to. You would need to let the jail know that, okay?
Correct.
And they'll be able to make sure that it goes to where it needs to go to, okay?
Man, as long as this address you just said not on file for me for no reason, because I don't live there, never lived there.
Well, I wasn't saying that that's your address on file. I'm just telling you, based on the information I had, it appeared that you live there. If it doesn't, and you don't live there, hey, that's great. You don't even have to worry about that part of it. So the only thing that you really have to concern yourself with is if you do go make bond, when you make bond, you just know I don't need to return to that address for anything then, right?
So I just want to make sure I get the court letter. That's all, y'all.
No, I completely, I understand, but you understand what I'm saying as well?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've never went in the first place, so that's not a problem.
All right. Well, then then we're good to go, man. Any other questions I can answer for you?
No, yeah. Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you. Next up should be Mr. Hill and then Mr. Lynch. All right. Are you Mr. Hill?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Mr. Hill, you were charged here with 1 count of terroristic threat. But let me say this, Mr. Hill. The information that I was provided on your arrest warrant, I believe is lacking some necessary legal information. And so because of that, sir, I am going to go ahead and I'm dismissing the arrest warrant against you here today. But I want to be clear with what's happening. I am dismissing the warrant based on insufficient information. That doesn't mean, sir, that this charge may be.
Oh my God, how much did I need a big D tonight? And thank you for coming through for us. Oh, Judge. Yes. Oh my God. He dismissed it. He's dismissing it. Oh, yes. The big D.
Not come back at a later date. It could turn out at a later time, Mr. Hill, that a different judge brings it back or that the prosecutor brings it back themselves. They can do that. But as of today, your case is dismissed. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions of me, sir?
No, sir.
All right, sir. So the best thing I could tell you, obviously, do the right thing, stay out of trouble. And then if for whatever reason, this happens to come back, you can deal with it at that point. But as of right now, it is gone, Mr. Moore. Do you understand that?
Mr. Moore. You call me Mr. Moore.
Excuse me, I apologize. Let me grab it again here. I'm sorry. So what's your name again?
Gloria Hills.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hill. I was looking at the wrong thing. I thought you were letting me go.
Yeah, I thought I was mistaken, yeah.
Yeah, give me 1 sec. I'm sorry, Mr. Hill. Give me 1 second. I was looking at.
Hold on. No. Is he taking back the D? Uh, Oh no! Oh no! No! An inverted D, a reverse D. What? Oh, was God. Oh wow. I was just about to light this joint. I will now save it for later. And oh my God. It's
this one.
All right.
I got out of order. Give me 1 second. Yep. All right. So, all right, Mr. Hill. Mr. Hill, you were charged with 1 count of criminal trespass, and you're charged with 1 count of simple assault. Excuse me. Mr. Hill, your bond amount is 5,000 for the trespass and 5,000 for the simple assault. Okay. So your total bond is going to be $10,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is what I need to ask you, Mr. Hill, because you are charged with misdemeanors, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you have a right to waive that hearing. Which would you like to do this morning, sir?
Can I ask you a question, sir?
Yes, sir.
What would be the difference if I had it or waived it?
Sure. If you say to me, Judge, I want my hearing, having that hearing it's another way for you just to require the court to provide all of the evidence that they have against you. So it's a hearing where you're present, your attorney will be there, the judge will be there, and they're just
10K sounds really high for a criminal trespass. That was fucked up. Oh my God. We do have a big D coming up, but oh, Scottish eggs. I'd like some Scottish eggs. You know what I would really like? Scotch bread, like a loaf of Scottish bread, and uh, a square slice. That's what I want, really bad. So bad.
going to look at all that evidence they have against you and make sure that they have enough evidence to proceed against you. Okay. But there are some people who say, look, I don't want that hearing. I want my case get up to the prosecutor as soon as possible and then deal with it when I get there. Okay. And you have that right. And so again, you can choose to say, Judge, because I'm charged with misdemeanors, I'd rather not have that hearing. I'd rather just go ahead, push my case forward, get it up to the prosecutor as soon as I can. Or you can say, Judge, yes, I want that hearing. Go ahead, set it for me. And then, I'll deal with it when we get there. Now, let me say this. If you make your bond, Mr. Hill, I need to make sure you understand this. If you make your bond on this, your hearing goes away altogether. So, that should not come into your decision how you want to proceed. But I just want you to be aware also, I can grant you this hearing today. And then if we turn around in a week or two from now, you bond out, then that hearing is done altogether.
So if I waive it, can I bond out today if I can make bond?
If you waive it, yes. Well, either way, whether you bond out or not, this doesn't affect that. Okay.
No, bonding out affects it completely. Bonding out triggers a waiving and reset of that hearing, Judge. What you need to say is waiving the hearing doesn't preclude you from bonding out. Yeah. How mad would you be? But also, did he hear like the wrong charges at the beginning? I have two chats going, Alana. What one did I miss? Oh, let's see. That's just evil or what? No, no. But there's like I have a chat that you guys can't see as well that's on the side. Because not everything goes up there. I don't know exactly what goes up there. Streamlabs is a fickle beast. Actually, that's what I say about YouTube Daddy. Anyways, also just a reminder, guys, in about 20 to 25 minutes, we're going to be heading out. Oh yeah, it won't show everything. It should show most things, but it precludes certain things. And it doesn't put Streamlabs up there. So, because that would just be too much. Yeah, Streamlabs is a sloppy drunk, allegedly. Allegedly. Slap fighting. Again, we're going to be redirected there altogether, so you don't even have to click a button. You just wait, and it'll take us there after the stream ends. Over to Creedence and Mikey. Make sure to tell him that we say hi. And I think we should ask if him and Creed are going to slap fight each other. I wonder if that's going to happen. Anyways, it'll be fun though, a really good time. I can't believe we just saw a big inverted D. A D given, a D taketh away, if you will.
I'll waive it. I just want to make bond.
Okay. Do you I want to make sure you understand what we're talking about though. Do you have any questions about anything I just we talked about?
No, you say the preliminary hearing is when they present the evidence, right?
The preliminary hearing is going to be you, the police officer, and it's going to be a judge, and they're going to go over the evidence with you, and their judge is going to determine, do we have enough evidence to go forward against this person, okay? If they say they don't have enough evidence, your case goes away. If they say they do, it keeps going forward, and it goes to the prosecutor.
Yeah. I'll waive it, y'all.
Okay, so now because you are waiving your hearing, the deputies are going to have a piece of paper there that they're going to have you sign off on, saying that you are waiving your right to your hearing today, okay?
Okay.
All right, sir. Mr. Hill, did I answer all your questions?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
All right, thanks.
Go ahead and see how. Where you going? You got wrong with
I
exit
believe
this.
it should be Mr. Lynch,
Building. Set up.
and after Mr. Lynch should be Mr. Charles Moore.
More.
Are you Mr. Lynch?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Lynch, you are charged with 1 count of battery, family violence. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. You are charged with 1 count of battery, family violence, and your bond amount, sir, is $3,500, sir.
A criminal trespass, 5,000. Battery, family violence, 3,000. What is wrong with this? What is going on here?
You believe you'll be able to make your bond?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you currently working, sir?
Yes, sir.
About how much are you making per month?
I work at a barbershop, so I make cash every day. I really don't.
Okay, if you had to estimate, how much are you bringing home per month?
Probably almost 3,000.
Okay. So based on that information, do you have any children?
Yes, sir.
How many?
I got two little girls.
Okay. And is their mother around?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. So based on that information, sir, I am not going to be able to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer. So if you do want a lawyer on your case, you will have to hire your own, okay? Now, the last question I have for you is this, Mr. Lynch. When we spoke, when I talked earlier, I talked to everybody about a preliminary hearing, okay? Now, because you were charged with misdemeanors, you have a right to that preliminary hearing that I discussed, or you can waive that preliminary hearing, and I'll send your case up to the prosecutor's office, and your case moves a little quicker. Or, as I said to the gentleman before you, I can set that hearing date, and if you don't make your bond, you'll get the hearing. With that in mind, sir, which would you like to do? Would you like to have that hearing or waive that hearing?
I
I'd like to have it.
All right. So I'm going to show here that you are asking to have your hearing. And so your hearing.
What bitch, Presto? We in your hood. But we're going slap fighting soon out of the hood. I guess this is not a hood, but whatever. Hi, Presto. I know, Ed, Judge Van would have had it done a fucking hour ago. But to be fair, I've been talking. I know, I wish I could feed you guys. That's a dream of mine. Have like an Emerald Lagasse style kitchen studio where I can do a live cooking show. Okay, crazy.
Hearing date is going to be March 12th of 2024, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m. And that's going to be.
What if I waived it though?
Well, choosing to waive it or have it, it doesn't make a difference on your bond. Waiving it, all waiving does is it just moves it a little faster up to the prosecutor's office.
Oh, so waive it, move it a little faster.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll wait. I'll waive it.
Okay, so I want to make sure before we do that and I change it, I want to make sure that that's what you want me to do. So again, we've gone over it. I've given you the option to either have the hearing or waive the hearing. I've explained to you that doing one or the other doesn't make a difference on your bond. It just makes it move a little quicker. And based on that, sir, you have said that you want to waive your hearing. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, before I let you go, do you have any questions about what that means?
No, not about that. I got a question for you though.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and tell me.
So, if I would, what's the longest I can be in here for battery?
I can't. That's remember, I'm not supposed to talk to you about those charges, so I can't really tell you that.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the only question I had.
All right, sir. If that's the only question you have, I believe that is all I have for you, sir. Good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
How you doing, Judge?
I'm doing well. Give me 1 second, sir. I'll be right with you.
Sir.
It's just pinned, Presto. It's pinned on one side and I don't know, like sort of braided a little bit on this side and then pinned back. I've done nothing. I need to get my hair did too. 1,000,000 times over, but I haven't. Yes. What has this guy done with his hair is the question. Then I sort of accomplished what I was looking to do because I was sort of looking for that like midlife crisis. I was looking for a little bit of an edgy. I did something to my hair is the whole point, basically. Rather than doing nothing, I did something. No, I'm not having a midlife crisis. I'm not at my midlife yet. Knock on wood.
Yeah, right there. I'm trying, because I just found out that 80 grand. But if you go to New York, it's over 132,000.
But the cost of it, it's not on there while you make the camera.
What, touching my hair?
Yeah, you're live.
Judge my
You're live, action quote.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I was waiting on it.
All right, just give me 1 second here. I'm just
Are you fine, sir?
checking something. This won't let me.
I just peeped.
Y'all look that's a long one. You look flexible. Yeah, but those are new.
Thank you so much. I gotta hit play. So Sheena's not here. It was a command that needed to be added. Miss Carrie's also not here. If I will have to be talked about. We'll talk about some new. We'll figure out a way to do it. Anyways, too much work for two people. Anywho, Chris. Oh, Chris, you're not interrupting. You never interrupt. We are literally just about to, in about 10-15 minutes, we're gonna head over to the SlapFight arena to watch slap fighting together. And to do that, all you need to do is hang out here until the end of the video. I set it up. I made Mikey change the settings so that I could transfer all of us together to the slap fight. Because I think that'll be fun. I'm gonna do it and I want you to be there with me. You are so sweet, Bob. You think I look beautiful every single night? You guys are too sweet to me. You're so sweet. And I have had a bad day. Jonathan's been working really hard. His hours got changed at work. A lot of, yeah, Jonathan's got, hey, Chris! Ah! Yay! Oh my gosh. Chris, thank you so much. Look at all those names of people that were gifted memberships. Yay! That's awesome. Oh my gosh. So amazing. Thank you so much. Welcome to all the new members. Ooh, so exciting. Yeah. Thank you so much, Chris. I know you're back you've got crazy work schedule going on too. I know everybody, and this is the thing. Sometimes life gets in the way of where we really want to be, which is here on the interwebs together. But just remember, you can come back whenever, even if you've been gone for a while. We'll still be here. It's like Cheers. And if I could sing, I would sing the song now, but I can't. And he didn't D the previous one. I don't know who he's gonna D here. Who did he? What's going on? But we might. Well, why don't we watch so that we don't miss it? How about that, dude?
They are. It's the shot. Make thought they gonna. The federal officers for the state. Georgia, oh, straight. I tell you, like the Georgia Fox still got the hell of a playing. But shoot your ass.
Sign on the.
All right.
Go pass the sign.
All right, sir. And what's your last name?
More.
All right. So, Mr. Moore.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You were charged with 1 count of terroristic threat here, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, I had a chance to review the information here that we had against you, sir. Now, let me be clear. The information I have made the decision to dismiss your warrant against you. I want to tell you that is my decision here today. That doesn't mean that the prosecutor's office cannot review this again and change some things and decide to bring you back and arrest you again. But based on what I have before me, I have just simply found that the information is insufficient for me to make a final decision about whether this arrest is valid. And so again, because of that, I am dismissing your charge here this morning, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, do you have any questions for me, sir?
We're not allowed to talk about the case, right?
That's correct.
There ain't no case, buddy. You got it dismissed. What do we also sorry, what do we also say? We say don't block your blessings. I know. The first D, it was great. The setup was so good the first time. This one, he's like a timid deer. It's like he doesn't really he can't really get it all the way in, you know? Well, it's not without prejudice or with prejudice. It's without prejudice. They're always dismissed without prejudice. But Big D says that too. They could bring it back within 2 years if they correct the paperwork, but that's the way it is. This is the best we can wish for. They're never going to dismiss it with prejudice off the bat like that. It just doesn't happen. So, yeah, that's how it goes. Thank you again, Chris. So appreciate you. So appreciate you.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
I guess the only question I really got is, will I be spending, I don't have to pay a bond, correct?
Nope, no bond.
So after this, I just go home.
Yep, they should be releasing you within a few hours.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, next up should be Mr. Rico Shepard and then Mr. Eduardo Soto.
Shepherd and Soto. Come on, boy, set it up. Shepherd. Shepherd and Soto. Soto next. Take it over. Let's have it. We'll get it judged, man.
Rico Shepard.
Are you Mr. Shepard?
I'm good. How about you?
All right, I'm well, sir. So, Mr. Shepard, you were charged with 3 separate charges here that we're going to go over, okay?
Sir.
All right, so beginning with the first charge, sir, here, you are charged with 1 count of robbery by force. You are charged with...
Chris, again on the way out. You're so sweet. Oh, I love your interruptions. They're the best interruptions of my evening. Thank you so much. Yay! And welcome, Aaron. You get to come to members only tomorrow. I'm excited. We're going to slap fighting tonight, guys. It's so exciting. Remember, you don't have to go anywhere to join. You just come with us after this live ends. It'll redirect you over to Creedence and Mikey, where we will continue the evening.
1 count of aggravated assault, and you're charged with 1 count of possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime. Now, because you are charged with felonies, your preliminary hearing date is going to be March 6th, 2024, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom, okay? Now, based on the information I have before me, sir, here today, I need to tell you, Mr. Shepard, that you do not qualify for a bond. And so what that means is you're going to have 2 court dates. That preliminary hearing is going to be at March 6th of 2024 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. And then you're going to have a bond hearing date where they can go over your bond again and determine if, in fact, they want to give you bond. I'm just not going to do it today. And that bond hearing date is going to be March 8th at 8:30 a.m. And that's also going to be via Zoom. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, again, because you are charged with felonies, I said that first court date I gave you is March 6th. That second is going to be March 8th. I'm also, in looking at the information we have before us here, going to give you a court-appointed lawyer, and that's going to be free of charge to you, okay?
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Now, that's all I have for you, sir. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir. All right, next up should be Mr. Soto, and after Mr. Soto will be Mr. Marcus Thomas. Are you Mr. Soto?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Soto, you're charged with several charges here that we're going to go through one by one, okay?
Yes, sir.
You are charged here, sir, first with 1 count of giving a false name to an officer. Your bond amount is $1,500. Possession of tools during the commission of a crime.
Oh, and we always have to remember, hi, knives are life. But what I was going to remind everybody is you don't have to say anything to a police officer, but what you do say to police officers has to be the truth. Otherwise, you can be charged with something like giving a false name to an officer. Silly thing to get a charge on because they will find out. Kelly, it is sort of what it sounds like. All I can do is implore you to come and watch tonight. Mikey and Creed will explain it much better than I will. And we all know my memory is a little weird, the way I remember things. So, but it is exactly pretty much what it is, what it sounds like. Mikey accepts my late notes. He does. You did, Vicky. That's interesting to me. That's so weird. Hi, Karen. Uh-oh, Courtney's internet shit the bed. That's not good at all. It explains itself. Slapping, fighting, there's rules, and it'll be fun. We're gonna have a great time. I'm planning on going. I figured I'd bring you guys with me. Um, you know, it's gonna be fun. Yeah. Anyway, so like I said, after this live ends and that one begins, we will be heading right over there together. It'll redirect us there, so don't even worry about leaving. Just yeah, let's hear what this guy did and we'll continue on. We'll listen to one or two more cases and then we'll be heading over.
Your bond amount is $8,000. Identity fraud, your bond amount is $3,500. By receipt of stolen property, your bond amount is $2,000. Possession of drug-related objects, your bond amount is $1,000. Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, your bond amount is $8,000. Possession of less than 1 ounce of marijuana, your bond amount is $1,000. Possession of a felony drug, your bond amount is $3,500. Burglary in the first degree, your bond amount is $50,000. Your total bond amount, sir, is going to be $78,500. Do you understand that?
I have a question, right? Burglary in the first degree, what was the bond on that again?
The bond amount is $50,000.
All right.
Okay. Now, with the information that you provided to us this morning, sir, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to grant you a lawyer free of charge, okay?
Hold on. Do we like these glasses or do we like the other? I'm going to show you other ones. We'll decide.
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Soto?
No, sir. How much was my bond total again?
78,500.
All right.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
I've seen some guys say that before.
All right. Should be Mr. Thomas.
I'm at Mr. Soto. Right there on that X for me, please.
All right. Are you Mr. Thomas?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Mr. Thomas, you were charged with several things here, and I'm just going to walk you through each of them so we make sure we've got everything. First, you're charged in with 1 count of theft by receipt of stolen property. Your bond amount is $4,000. Possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. Your bond amount is $8,000. Possession of tools during the commission of a crime. Your bond amount is $3,000. The next charge is operating a vehicle with no insurance. Your bond amount is $1,000. Expired tag. Your bond amount is $500. Window tint, $500. And then lastly, you had a second charge of window tint, which I have dismissed. And so that bond amount is going to be dismissed. It was $500, but I'm going to dismiss that, okay?
So what
Did you hear that, Mr. Thomas?
I
dismissed that last charge against you, I was saying.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right, so your total bond, sir, is going to be $17,000. Do you understand that?
Thank you.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, with those charges against you, sir, we need to give me 1 second here, Mr. Thomas.
I thought they were going to give him 4 window charges, 1 for each of the windows in the car. Oh, I thought I could wear both. I can't. Oh, that's fucking weird. Is that not an odd little optical-ish illusion? That's weird. Why does that look so weird when I do that? Oh my God. It made me feel like I had like 8 eyes. That was nuts. What if I start with these ones up here? Less. Oh, weird. Less weird, but still a little weird. Oh, the other ones were so weird. Okay, stop it, Paisley. Keep watching. Also, I just think it's funny. Also, as a reminder, none of these have lenses in them. I don't have glasses. Which, these were sunglasses. And they're both $1 from the dollar store. Because I'm a cheap girly. I am such a cheap girly. Seriously, you guys. I really am. So cheap, I buy one banana. No, no. I wanted a whole bunch. I got one. I'm a total poser. No, they're props. It's like when my roommate was like, "You're wearing a lot of makeup." I'm like, I'm on a camera. It's like I'm a show. It's a show. Of course I'm wearing a lot of makeup.
So, okay, with those charges here, sir, your next court date is going to be March 6th. That's going to be 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be via Zoom. Should you not make your bond, okay?
All right.
Now, because of the information you told me here, I am gonna.
Cellulite yoga pants, would it surprise you if I told you I smoked less weed today than any other day? But mostly probably because I'm now like off my ADHD meds, like fully out for a while. So I got no residual, nothing left. So this is Paisley. This is me. Like this is me. This is unmedicated Paisley, maybe a little bit stoned in a little way, but this is me unmedicated. Not drunk, not drinking, nothing. Just coffee and pot. A little bit of pot. But less because I don't have any very much. I have like a few little bits of my pens left, but like this one's almost gone now.
Grant you a court-appointed lawyer. So again, your next court date, March 6th, 8:30 a.m. Your total bond is $17,000. And I've appointed you a lawyer, okay? All right, sir? Do you have any questions about anything from me?
No, sir.
All right, I believe that's all I have for you, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, deputies, if you would just give me one moment, but we should be off jots completely. And the first up should be Mr. Oh, actually, give me.
You know, Judge, I think that is a good moment for us to almost part for the evening. Not quite. I believe that the boys are about to begin their evening over at SlapFighting, where we are going to go as well. Let me just say a few thank yous for the evening. Thank you so much for, first of all, for being here. I love you for that. Thank you for hanging out and laughing with me tonight. I've had a blast. And thank you for hitting the like button on your way in. Hit it now because we're going to go together to this party. Nobody has to, we'll watch the rest tomorrow. Don't worry. Nobody has to feel left out or feel like they don't know where to go because we're going to raid together over to the Creedence and Mikey, and then we will watch that. I am going to go ahead and make popcorn as soon as I get off stream. Once we all go over there together, I'm going to make popcorn, get another Coke, get some ice. I'm going to sit back and relax and enjoy the evening, and I want you guys to do the same. Please tell them that we love them. Like, I don't know what to say. Just say, hi, I love you, you know. And, or yeah, you know how we do. I guess you guys know how to do it. Y'all know how to do it. So remember that I love you. I'm proud of you. And this will redirect us to the slap fight. So don't exit out. Just wait till the end. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Bam. Ooh, that sort of didn't hurt at all. I will absolutely be there in chat. Not on screen, but I will be there in the chat, Ed. Don't you worry. Bye.